show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. Two gone.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. What's the key for a home win here tonight, Mark?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does.
This will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
Can't imagine he comes back with a 3rd breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Third baseman.
Now at the plate, Yandy Diaz. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground ball.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And not in time as the run scores. And a disastrous time to uncork a wild pitch as the go-ahead run scores from 3rd.
Yeah, and when you're losing, there's usually a good reason for it. They're already down, and then he lets this one get away from him. They better keep them within striking distance, or this thing...
Now in the box, Jake Marisnick. Swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 3rd.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches. If you're a hitter, you have to cover the...
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard up the middle. Bogarts has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in, Nico Goodrum as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep onto Lansdowne and gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. His first homer so far in the series. And that gives the Red Sox a 2-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Another full count pitch on its way. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Digging in and looking for more, Adam Duvall. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. They're down 2-0. Addison Reed gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Addison Reed.
Turned on down the line. And there's his first base hit in this one.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Dark.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Red Sox are out in front, 2-0. 3-2 pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Coming to the plate now, Phillip Evans. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
To go into the bullpen, Dan.
Boy, you nailed that, D-Road. Now you can go to your go-to guys, the troubleshooters, the guy you want to bring into close games. Anytime a starter can get you through 7 innings, the 8th inning, it's a bonus. A job well done so far.
Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again.
It was a walk in his last trip.
Because you're worrying about that runner on base.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Naquin racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch. At the plate, Bruce Maxwell 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jorge Polanco. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Meyer rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate. As they cut their deficit in half, it's a 2-1 game now.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knock.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a change, as that'll be all for his starter, Chris Sale. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He can get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Craig Kimbrell trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Another 0-2 coming. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base. And after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Twins forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Boston's out in front 2-1. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 0, Adam Ottavino.
Standing in, Nico Goodrum. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. The 1-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Duvall racing back. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad.
3-2 one more time. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, that was a slider and a 3-2 count. And it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Hero, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played. When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Now the 1-0. Swinging a soft liner, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The batter, first baseman, Eric.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
Number 51, Jake McGee.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. His individual history against Jake McGee. He's got 5 base hits in 19 tries. 2 of those hits were for home runs. He's set and the pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Now the 2-1 pitch is laid off up for ball number 3.
Gotta love a late rally, and listen to this crowd now. They are really into this.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Oh, and it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Wow, they they went to the pen because they like the matchup. And what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run. So much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A ball.
You can tell his eyes lit up at the plate right there. He was not able to control his emotions, stay up the middle, and keep that one fair.
And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box, Corey Dickerson. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. Red Sox settle for just the 1. We're on to the 9th here in game 1. The Red Sox on top 3-1. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
3-1 count, tie run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here.
And that's outside. He lost in ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Digging in, Adam Duvall. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. That one is out of here. This game is tied. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as it's now a 3-all ball game.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. Gone! Santa Maria, game over. So a solo shot down the line in left. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Man, the postseason always seems to deliver big moments, and this was no exception. A walk-off in the final at-bat ends it, and there's bedlam at home plate. Wow!
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game. It's game 2 of the ALDS between the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox.
Is the next one you're about to play. So treating this game like it's absolutely critical is a good way not to get too comfortable with your lead.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Flips over and digging in. Jorge Polanco. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Jose Barrios is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, thanks coming on. Jose Barrios, and this guy has all the tools to be a great one. Great velocity with life. 94 to 97 miles an hour. Power slider, and it's a big sweeper. His changeup is getting better. If this guy brings all 3 pitches one of these days, he has the potential to throw a no-hitter.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Brian Dozier. We know what he can do from the offensive standpoint.
So 1 gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate toward.
He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
The 3-1 is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone! Solo home run here off the bat of Eric Hosmer. His first homer here in the series, as the Red Sox get the game's first run. It's 1-0.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
And
next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Here's Jonathan Schoop now. Another 0-2 home. Big swing by Schoop now, and a ball traveling well to left field. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. So it's a 2-run homer for Jonathan Schoop. His first homer so far in the series, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0. Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Leading off the inning, Steven Montalvo,
Leading off for the
as they'll
Twins.
look to get something going here and even this game up. Hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Dickerson, and it's gone into the monster seats. A solo shot here to left, his first homer here in the series, and the Twins are on the board now. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
Now the Red Sox skipper's up out of the dugout and on his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Tired a bit as he reached the 7th, but he's got a shot at the victory if his bullpen can help him out.
Your attention, please. Now
So they'll
pitching
go
for
to the
Red Sox.
bullpen now, and it'll be the
Number
left-hander
7,
here to face the upcoming
Luis
left-handed batter.
Avila.
Here's Brian Dozier now. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Addison Reed
Now pitching for
gets
the
the call
Twins,
from the pen to
number
take over on the
43,
mound and start the home
Addison
7th.
Reed.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The
shortstop,
bullpen has looked
number
sharp
2,
and it backed up a nice
Xander
effort turned in
Bogaerts.
by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys.
And that will end up a foul ball. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox, and it's still 3-1. Tony Zitch been summoned from the
Now
bullpen
pitching
as
for the
he'll
Red
do so
Sox,
to start the 8th.
Number 55, Tony Zitch.
Registering at 93 that time. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution
Now
by the batter right there,
right fielder,
keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Stepping in now, Dan Meyer, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Nobody out. takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
From the stretch. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer. There's one.
No, he's in there.
So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Matt, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
Ready once again, Jorge Polanco. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gun.
They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's there. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Steven Montalvo comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
No balls and 1 strike. Popped him up. Diaz is there, and that retires the side. Some of the hustle and bustle from historic Boston, Mass, as we're set for the remainder of this one from Fenway. Albert Perez comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
You can't ask for anything more than getting the leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dickerson's there. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. With the 0-2. This is line to left. Dickerson is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
The left fielder, number 23, Adam Duvall.
Ready for another chance? Adam Duvall, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And this one gets away. And not not what they were hoping for, as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position.
And as a closer, a wild pitch is the last thing you want to do. His job was to finish this thing off, and he just made his job a lot more difficult. We'll see if he can get dialed in again here on the next pitch.
Punched hard the other way, and that is into right field, a base hit. And they will hold that possible tying run at third, as even with 2 away, they decide to put the stop sign on.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Lloyd Anders will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 25, Lloyd Anders.
Here's the German-born catcher, Bruce Maxwell. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time, as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Struck him out. So a great job of working out of certain dangers and strands the possible tying and winning runs on base, and the ball game is over.
Well, never a dull moment in this one, especially in the 9th inning, as the tying run is stranded on third and the winning run is left on second. Anybody's game until the very last pitch. Now I can finally breathe a little bit.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair, as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player in the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
To finish in tonight's game. The Boston Red Sox earn the win and move on to 2-0 in the division series. Mike Clevenger earns the victory on the mound. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Play ball!